This is Dave Brixius.
This is Joe Cleasy.
And you're here with the program, the high school edition. Great week. Great week of high school sports. Great week of high school football. Definitely back at it. Some interesting games, some interesting happenings, I guess, for this week.
Yeah.
I think the big interesting one, in my opinion, was the Camp Hill. James Buchanan stopping their 20-game losing streak.
Yeah.
Camp Hill. Don't know what happened there. I think maybe Camp Hill took them a little light. But you know what? You learn from that. If they learn from it and they come back and rebound this week against Milton Hershey, then I guess it's worth it.
Yeah, I was going to say, they don't even have that much time to even think about that game against Buchanan now anyway.
This is going to be a tough game. It's going to be a real tough game.
Now I was able to get out to the Still High game against Pius 10. Still High, briefly, Still High was down 14-0 at one point going into the fourth quarter. But, kudos to James Warren from Still High. He got the offense going. They were down 14-7. Got another defensive stop. Went up then it's tied 14-14 in regulation. Then ended up winning 21-14 in overtime. So it was a good win for Still High, especially with them taking on Trinity this weekend. This Friday at Trinity, going up against that high-powered offense featuring Mike Bogoski and Brandon Kuntz, who's been on fire right now.
One of the top receivers in the area.
Him and James Warren would be a big-time matchup because Kuntz has been a big-time player so far this year. So stopping him some kind of way or maybe holding him down just a little bit is definitely a key for Still High winning that game.
And Trinity's got to get a rebound. They got to start winning. You know what I mean? They got to win against Columbia, but they're sitting at 1-2.
Right.
They need this win.
Definitely.
They need some wins to get themselves back into playoff contention, get themselves ready to rock and roll. One of the games I'll speak on, it was a Saturday night game, was Lower Dauphin, E-Town. I really thought it was going to be a difficult matchup for Lower Dauphin, only because E-Town had been playing well. They beat Donegal, gave Hershey a run for their money, but Lower Dauphin just kicked on every cylinder. I think anything that could go right that night for Lower Dauphin went right. I mean, before you know it was 20-0, 27-0, boom. The final score was I think 47-48-0. Really the only thing bad was, I can't even say bad, was Joe Julius, their kicker, who's probably the best kicker in the state right now, missed a 53-yarder, hit off the crossbar. So, that's probably the only thing they did miss. Yeah, exactly. That's probably the only thing they did miss all night, Lower Dolphins. So kudos to them. But they got a big game coming up. They're playing Redland. John Ford, great player. Now it's getting into the conference. Now you're playing your conference. You're done with the out-of-conference stuff.
Yep.
Now the things are going to start to matter right now.
In fact, staying in the Keystone Conference, a big game between Hershey and Lower Dauphin. Hershey and Cedar Cliff.
Yeah.
Both undefeated right now, 3-0.
Yep.
So.
And you remember last year, Hershey had a nice squad, and Andrew Ford single-handedly took over. I think he had, 4 or 5 touchdown runs?
Yeah.
Runs, not throws. Used his feet to score touchdowns. So, Hershey might still have that in the back of their head. And this is not a must-win game, I don't want to say that, but they need one of those confident boosts. Hey, we beat a top-caliber team.
Definitely.
But Cedar Cliff wants to keep rolling. Let's be honest. Cedar Cliff wants to keep rolling. They want to get those wins in. They want to do the job because they know other opponents are coming down the pike. You got that Keystone, which I still say is the best from top to bottom, hands down, and you got McDevitt. You know what I mean?
Speaking of McDevitt, they got another strong win, solely on a lot to do with their defense over Cumberland Valley.
Yeah.
On Friday night, I think it was
27-7. That was 27-7. Yep.
So they're rolling right now. Now they're gonna go up against I want to say upstart Mechanicsburg team. That this is probably their Super Bowl. Yeah. So so to speak. So.
It's a good marker for where you're at, where your program's at. How good are you? Where's the program already going? Are we can we compete at that level? And one thing I say about McDevitt, I know we talk about them a lot, is they have not given up a single point in the second half of any game. And they played Harrisburg, Central Dauphin, and Cumberland Valley. They've only given up 212 yards of total offense in the whole second half. I was talking to one of their coaches today, and I said if McDevitt plays ball control, something that they don't always do because they can put up points pretty much at will. If they play ball control, that's going to be a very tough team to beat, not only around here but in the state. Because if you're only getting 1 or 2 possessions in the second half, and they're scoring on their 1 and 2, and you're not because their defense is nice and fresh, they're going to win games. Now they might not win like they've done in the past, like 49-0, but if they're winning 27-7, 21-7, but they're doing their job, who cares? Nope. State title only matters what happens at the end of the scoreboard. Don't matter how many points you put up above them. You remember you won the state title. So just giving a shout out to that defense because, like I said, I like watching them play.
And I think one of the one of the best games probably this week is also Cumberland Valley and Central Dauphin East, and that's one of the measuring stick games for Central Dauphin East, who had a tough loss to Coatesville. This week, one of the top teams in the state. So they really don't have that much time to hang their heads either about that because this is the first Commonwealth Division game for them. I think it's a big test for them. It's over at Cumberland Valley, so we're going to see what East really has. They scored a big win over Susquehanna Township a couple weeks ago. Now it's okay. Can they bounce back from a tough loss to Coatesville?
And see what they can do against a very good, fundamentally sound Cumberland Valley team, who we saw, play McDevitt well. I mean, it was definitely a slugfest there in the first half. Like I said, I talked to the coach. He was like, Cumberland Valley had some big play. I mean, not big plays, but big drives, 16-play drives they scored on. The next one was something like a 14-play drive, turnover on downs, but they controlled the ball. They controlled the ball, kept that McDevitt offense off the field, and, did the job. So, can East, who has a very good offense, I think, as well, led by Chase Edmond, Con Purdy, can they do the job of scoring, or is Cumberland Valley going to wear them down eventually? You know what I mean? Wear them out eventually, and then, win the game.
And real quick, I want to give a shout out to Paul Myra, breaking their losing streak.
Guy like that Mike Lewis kid.
4 touchdown passes. Big time leader.
I know he played on one of your 7-on-7 teams, and that kid has definitely improved greatly. Not only just throwing the ball, but moving his body, physically. Definitely got himself in shape, got himself ready, and helped lead his team to stopping that 13-game losing streak.
Yeah, we root for all kids, but it's good to see Paul Meyer break that streak because you never want to see kids, get down in the dumps after losing so many games. So, for them to keep plugging away and finally get a win, what seems to be forever, you gotta respect that.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. But this week, I think I'm going to try to get out. I think Milton Hershey plays Camp Hill. I'm going to try to get out to that one, see a couple guys play as well as a couple other teams I'm going to try to head out to, scoot from game to game this week now I'm back in town, and see what we can see, man. See, we're going into week number 4. It's definitely feeling like football season now with that cool weather breaking in.
Definitely feeling right now. But I also want to add, I'll be checking out a couple games as well. So you definitely want to go to PREPS.com to check out any updates or game reports this upcoming weekend. In fact, you can check it right now. You probably see some things from last week as well. Check out episodes of the program too. Yeah,
definitely check that out. Also follow us, guys. I know we're trying to set up our academy for our high school. Just to give a quick plug to that. Coming up in January, I know we had some kids out this past weekend that got some work in, some extra work in, some passing, some speed work and stuff like that. We'll let you guys know. If you guys are ever interested, definitely email you. I know you have everybody's contact around there. Football guys.
I was going to say, you can hit me up at PA Swag, 7on7, that's PASWAG, the number 7, ON, the number 7 again, at gmail.com.
So hit him up if you guys are interested.
The football academy is going to be popping.
Yeah, it will definitely happen. I know we had some kids this past Saturday. Or Sunday, we'll probably try to do it again this weekend. Some kids get out, get them stretched out, get them loose. Guys that are suffering some injuries, trying to help them out get back. So,
but as you said, this is again to the real exciting part of the season now. It's conference play. So every game really counts. Not that it didn't count before, but it really counts now. Plus, you got to start thinking about playoff points as well. So nobody can take a game off.
Yeah, so it's cool. You guys, want to wish you guys all the best of luck this week.